post up real quick.
We're live, so you have no choice. Hello, everybody. This is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studios, and this is Making Comics and Art, episode 351. Mercer. Up.
I totally forgot to grab the link so that I could post that too. Don't worry, I've got it under control, man.
Okay.
I'm just trying to post up so that people can come check it out.
Yeah.
The fine people out there. And then I will.
Let's see. I could do that.
I got it too.
Yeah,
we'll both do it.
Oh, if you got it, just put it into the private chat on the stream itself.
Okay, well I've got it on my phone. Now you want me to switch devices.
Oh, never mind, I'll get it.
Yeah, this is getting ridiculous, Peter. I didn't sign up for all this.
I don't want to stress you out.
I'm losing it. I've literally been home for like 30 minutes.
Oh well.
Because I think there was like a cop that got shot in Charlotte.
Oh no.
Or one or two, and like the way that I didn't know, but I knew that, there's sirens and stuff, helicopters are out, and I had to drive through that to get home. So it's been a task of traffic and insanity.
Sideburns is here. Howdy.
Hey.
All right. Let me put.
What a great name.
That's his real name too. No.
Yes.
So here is the Kickstarter link, which I also have down in the description box, but
thank you so much for that.
So it's there in the chat.
Greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Greatly appreciated.
So yeah, we got a couple of people.
Sweet.
Feel free to chat with us, ask questions, tell us about your day,
All those things. Do those things.
So let's see. Yeah. What did I want to mention? Oh, so some past stuff. Let me get some art.
Yeah, and excuse me for the first little bit. I'll be ducking on and off camera. I know it's annoying to everybody, but I'm not quite set up yet, so. And you won't be able to see me draw. I'll show what I'm up to at the end. Peter already knows all this.
All right. Well, I don't know where the art is. The other thing. Well, people have seen this piece that I
dope. That's so good.
Yeah, this is Christy Shin penciled this. I inked this. She already colored it. So that's
so good.
The colors. We're gonna make it into a print.
Nice.
And yeah, somewhere down the line we'll make it into a print. I got the other one, the Galactus piece, that my friend Joe Miller penciled. I inked. He colored. We'll also be making that into a print. I was going to show off the art to. There's a Sword and Sorcery online magazine that did a crowdfunder that I did a pinup to, and I'm doing 2 more pinups because they love me so much.
Nice.
So I just designed the second one. They approved it, so I'll be diving into that soon. And this is what I should focus on. I think I hear my cat outside, but that's okay. Let him suffer. Yeah, I got this is Icebox. This is going to be a 40-page book, maybe more. Penciling and inking it. Yeah, I got way too much going on.
I know the feeling. It's like you can't like you spend a month trying to grab projects and everybody's kind of doing stuff, and then all of a sudden everything hits at once.
Well, it's been like this for a while. I mean, the biggest screw up of late was okay. So there was a book I did back in the early 2000s called Faction Paradox.
Okay.
Me, Jim Calfury, um, Lawrence Miles, maybe the writer. Anyway, it was only 2 issues through Image. We just didn't have the numbers. But another writer came to me about a year and a half ago.
Right.
And he proposed doing it as a graphic novel. He got permission from the writer. And he essentially took what the writer did, added to it, and created a couple of different endings.
Okay.
So it's going to be a graphic novel, but it's a choose your own ending kind of thing.
That sounds like a killer concept for like fans and that want to read it, and a nightmare for the artist that's having to draw it.
Well, it's all
it sounds
messed out.
fun. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it doesn't sound fun. It sounds like a blast, but you're having to draw what, 3 different endings?
Possibly. I actually didn't read where it goes myself.
I didn't read the script.
Well, being the inker, I don't always.
Yeah, no, there's really not a point sometimes.
It's enough work to work on the art. You know, the art takes the most time.
Sure.
I am very excited to read it, but I want to read it in its final form.
Right.
You know,
I got
as opposed to just a script with no pictures. And so the new artist is my friend Les Lyndon Gardner. He's phenomenal. He's like churning out books. He's got another crowdfunder right now. I think it's a horror anthology. I forget the name of it. But he has a, let's see, where here's a recent book of his called Brides.
Did he do the cover?
He did the cover.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. The inside is traditional. So, you know.
Still cool.
Oh, yeah.
This is dope.
Well, for Faction Paradox, he's going to be doing one of the covers. Jim Calfury already did his cover.
Right.
Which is very, very cool. But yeah, Les is phenomenal. We've been friends for years and wanted to work together on a project because there was another artist attached to the graphic novel, but she essentially took a year, penciled 3 pages, and then quit because life was too hard.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So
yeah,
Les is the new artist, but we are using the art from the 2 issues that were published plus 6 more pages. So like I think it's 36 pages in all of Calfury, and then Les is doing the rest of the book. It's going to be like 150 pages total, something like that.
Nice.
And yeah, it's going to be killer. We got Dave Kemp on colors, the Spawn colors. among
Legend.
many other things.
Oh yeah, he's a legend.
Because the writer asked me, "Who do you want on colors?" I just told him, I was like,
Wait,
"Well, this is
Dan
my
Kemp?
dream choice."
Dan or Dave?
um,
You said Dave, but I think it's Dan. Isn't it Dan?
there's two of them.
Is there?
Yeah.
They both. That's right. No,
Don't you confuse me.
continue on, sir. Never mind me.
You know, many people call me Jimmy, but my name is actually Peter.
Did you see my post today on
I
X
saw your
about that?
Yeah.
I get that every time I mention you. Like I get you meant Jimmy. I'm like, no, I didn't. So I made sure to tag you and him and go like, they've met, okay, guys. They're aware of each other's existence.
Yeah. But no, like, so we got Dave. Unless I'm mixing it up now, we got Dave, but Dan also colors, and sometimes they work together. So
Okay,
it depends. But yeah, I mean, like, you know,
awesome.
on the list of brothers who do the same thing.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. That's awesome, man. I hope it goes well.
Yeah.
I hope y'all make all the money.
So I think the plan right now is to crowdfund in February. So
Okay.
That's the biggest project I got. I got Icebox. I got an issue of Hawk in New York. I got Brett, a friend of mine, Brett, who's doing his book. Two books. He's got Madam X and another one, doing some pages from his book. Yeah, I got a slew of work.
Cool.
Over a year's worth of work.
That's great, man.
I could definitely always use more money coming in.
Oh yeah.
I still get to actually put money in the bank and save, but
why would you do that? You work in the comic book industry. Save money? Why? We're clearly all going to be rich.
Yeah.
You know, it's the 90s again.
So my cat my cat bangs on my window when he wants to get in, but he's not coming in at the moment.
Should have got there sooner.
Yeah, well, he'll probably start banging in 5 minutes. So, but yeah, I mean that's what I got going on. Just a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to go do some small illustrations of horror monsters.
Right.
Because I want to do more. You know, I want to draw more, get more of my art out there. So like 9x6s. I'm going to do Frankenstein to start, and then Wolfman, and all the others. And yeah, just I'm crazy.
Nice. Nah, yeah, we all have to. You have to be a little crazy to be in this industry. You have to be a little crazy and obsessed.
Yeah. Oh,
see,
I'll mention this because I put out a lot of shorts, but not everybody watches the shorts.
Right.
But I put out one in regards to Indiegogo because I had my comic that eventually I'll get to it. It's called Retro. That's my character, superhero. I had a Indiegogo sign up page, but they revamped the site.
I was gonna say, yeah, I saw some people talking about that on X the other day.
Yeah, my sign up page disappeared when they revamped everything.
Mm.
So I'm unsure if I'm going to have an Indiegogo campaign
Yeah.
at some point. Not because, like, it would be easy enough to just start up another sign up page, but they supposedly have new rules and it takes a week for approval, blah blah blah, from what
Yeah.
I heard. Um,
So why, if that in fact is the case, which again, that's what I'm hearing, why not do like a GoFundMe? Why does it have to be Indiegogo?
well, I mean, I was
I'm genuinely
gung-
asking. I don't know.
yeah. I mean, when I made a sign up page, I was gung ho to do an Indiegogo campaign.
Right.
Um, but that was a while ago.
Gotcha.
and and now it's like, well, we'll see what happens when I get around to that point.
Yeah.
Well, there's my cat. Let me go get him.
Go get your cat, man.
Hey, buddy. There you are. I have to go shopping. You ran out of food. Well, he ran out of wet food, but
Gotcha.
I have plenty of dry food.
I get it. I got 2 cats. I have my daughter's 2 cats. So I know. I feel your pain.
I mean, I also currently feed a couple of strays. So.
Uh,
Whatever he doesn't eat, I put out.
well, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
So if he's not, like, he can't come in here and eat like a little bit and then expect it to be there when he gets back.
Right. That wouldn't be right.
But yeah, so that's what's been going on. In regards to what I use for streaming is StreamYard. Obviously, the logo is on there, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
using the free version. Previously, I was looking at how many hours I had on there,
Right.
and it was telling me, I could have sworn, like, this is not my eyes going bad or anything. Like, I could have sworn it said 5 hours, for the free version.
Right.
It used to be 20.
Hmm.
And I looked at it the other day, or no, I looked at it this morning, and it's back to 20. So I don't know if they did change it and they changed it back because people flipped out or whatever. I don't know. But like,
Possibly.
it's like, this is crazy. Like, 5 hours is nothing. Like, I could sneeze and it would be gone.
Right.
But 20 hours is doable for a month.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to force you into paying, I'm sure.
Yeah, but they also raised the prices, and you get a discount if you purchase for the whole year, but I never have a whole year's worth of money on me.
Right.
What are you looking at me? What? Rocket's pissed off. So yeah, you can see me around. I'll be streaming more because I was thinking, like, with 5 hours I could barely stream, but definitely
Right.
with 20 I could stream.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're very professional. Okay, it's almost 20 minutes in. Let's talk about our guest.
I don't know. You were doing pretty good talking about yourself. I'm kind of liking what I'm hearing.
Well, Rob Liefeld's been teaching me.
No comment.
Myself.
No comment. I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Oh, hasn't his show gotten interesting?
So, let me ask you this, because I was curious. Like, I know
Sure.
you're taking over on Mercer, right? Correct?
Yes, correct.
There was a artist. Is that like this issue started with the other artist and you're finishing the third issue?
Yes.
Okay. Are
Yes.
any of the pages on the Kickstarter page yours?
Um,
Besides the cover,
I
like there's
don't.
one cover that's yours.
I know in the video there's one or two pages that are mine. I
Mm,
don't know about the actual Kickstarter. My partner in crime, Jason Seibel, he does all that. He's
right.
the writer.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, he does all of that, and I would imagine there are some of my pages on there, but this a lot had to change in this issue.
yeah,
Me taking over, and then um when Home Depot destroyed my condo and I had to move, of
yeah.
course
Crazy.
that messed my whole setup up. So normally I would work traditionally and ink myself and all that, but now I'm having to work fully digitally just to be able to get pages passed along because I don't have my full setup with scanners and I've got my scanner, but it's a
Yeah,
whole to make a comic book as an artist and do it the way you would want, like you have a full setup. People don't realize it's not just sitting at the kitchen table. Like you can do it that way 100%.
yeah,
But if you're going to do this all day every day, then you have certain tools. And so I had to switch my entire workflow, one for that, to the colorist who's doing a great job. He's a younger guy, he's kind of newer into the industry, and he was having a little bit of trouble separating the blacks off of a scanned page. And so he got it, but it was just like, look, man, it would be easier for you if I just worked digitally and then split everything so that you've got the backgrounds and everything and the inks and everything separated out. So as you know how it is, and people may not understand or realize it, but the penciler is the director of the show, but behind the scenes he's the quarterback of the team. And for me, it's easier. I've worked with pencilers when I was inking that would dictate, how they want you to do this and that. I would rather just adapt because I've been doing this for 15 years. It's easier for me to adapt to what you need than to expect you to adapt to what I want, if that
yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
So it was a whole big changeover. The other penciler had kind of like you, he had too much work and he had other creative endeavors that he was working on as well. And it became, I'm the co-creator of this character. And so it just became easier for me to just jump in and take over and I'll finish the run out. So on issue 3, I do pages 11 to 24,
Right,
and then I'll do all 24 pages of issue 4 and 5.
right.
So yeah, it was a little. It's been a learning process and a feeling out process, but we're cranking now. We're rocking and rolling. Like the bumps have smoothed out and pages are flying around all over the place. Um, this is the first time that I worked with this colorist. Rufai, I think his name is. Let me make sure of that. I'm gonna mispronounce it regardless, but
Yeah,
I want to make sure that I credit him the proper way. Rufai Jimmo. Again, Rufai, I apologize. I know I'm butchering that. Sorry. But he's been really great. This is the first time I've worked with this colorist. He's been great. Like, I love it. You know, it's a process, you know. It
Yeah,
takes some feeling out to figure out what everybody needs. And then, as I
yeah,
was saying, you know, this is my first time penciling and inking a book to where, you know, I'm the quarterback. So
yeah,
I'm having to learn as well.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's always different, you know. Like I definitely like with faction. Um, you know, the writer is working on other books and has done some stuff, but it seemed like I kept this project going and coordinating and you
Right.
know making sure everybody knows what's going on and blah blah blah.
Well,
Yeah,
you and
you
I are
know,
similar in that we both work a lot with newer guys,
yeah. So
and you know, there's a learning process that they have to go through. But at the same time, I don't know about, and let me ask you, the reason that I like working with newer guys is their excitement reminds me of what it was like when I got started. Do you get that same kind of thing?
well, definitely. You
Because it's
know,
very
I
easy to get jaded and just like, oh, I'm grinding out another page, and oh, the editor moved the deadline again. Surprise. Like, you know,
well, I mean, for me, what I like is it okay. So like the first third of my career, you know, I would, you know, back then it was either, well, it was only like really going to conventions and meeting independent
right,
people.
right.
That was the option. That was before the web and all that.
Yeah, yeah,
So back then, how I worked was I would go look for a job. I would get a job. I would work on the job. I would finish the job. Then I would go look for another job,
right,
you know. Um, so, you know, not too long ago, I realized that's not working for me because there's big gaps in between me making money.
mm-hmm,
Um, so
absolutely.
I like it might have been 2.5 years ago, maybe, or whatever. Like I really put an effort into setting up a bunch of work. So
Okay,
I would have multiple gigs and consistent work.
right.
And it took about 3 months for that to fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you
Yep.
can't plan shit. Like,
No, no. It's the Mike Tyson,
um,
everybody has a plan till they get hit in the face.
yeah. So
That's working in the comic book industry all
yeah.
the time.
um, I mean, yeah, I do like obviously working with people who are excited about it, um, who you know, I mean, when it comes down to it, appreciate just what I do, like
Right. Well,
like what
and
I'm
of
trying to
course, like,
bring to it.
right.
Um,
You have those people that they think it's one thing, and then they get in and they find out it's a grind and they drop off. But the new guys, I mentioned Jason, who's writing Mercer.
right.
Dude, I was done with comics. I had walked away. I had set the ship on fire. I was done. And Jason would call me and just to get like pointers and kind of get my opinion on stuff. And I was adamant against, like, I don't want nothing to do with comics. And when he pitched me Starlancer, which is a book that I'm doing after Mercer, that he and I are working on, number one, it's the best script I think I've ever read from someone that's not signed or has done, work for one of the big two. The
Right.
script was just insanely good, but his excitement for doing it, and then like me sending him a sketch of like, well, I think the guy would look like this. His excitement got me so worked up that I was like, I have to come back. I have to do this. Like, it's infectious how excited he drives my grind now, because after 15 years in this industry, I don't have to prove anything to anybody. I can hit my deadlines,
Right.
but he gets so amped about it, and it's like, oh yeah, our job is to make pretend and draw comic books. Like, 12-year-old me would be so happy, and he reminds me of that. And so I like working with the younger in the industry guys.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's just something about it. It's infectious. And it should be.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like, I mean, I like that and I want that. But 99% of the time it's me and the work.
Right.
That's like 1% of the time I'm like interacting with others.
Right.
But I do want to work with people who love what they're doing.
Sure.
And I find that on a one-to-one basis. Like it's like I work on. I mean, like I used to keep a list of what I worked on. That was within the first 10 years of my career, but I kind of fell out of that.
Right.
Unfortunately, like there wasn't computers back then. I would have kept a better list of everything.
Sure.
But like a good chunk of what I've done in the independent world is forgotten. And
Right.
it's small books, it's piecework, it's like things here and there.
Right.
I've always been happy just to be working.
Right. Absolutely.
Which isn't necessarily me building a great career. It's just me working.
Right.
But I am of a different mindset now, where it's like it's gonna, like I mentioned, like I got like at least a year's worth of work. Well, I got a year plus of me cleaning up my workload and schedule. I do want to eventually get to a point where I'm working on my own comic retro.
Sure.
And doing stuff on the side of that. And
well, you have to eat. That's the problem.
But what, I can't eat doing my own book? What do you say?
Well, no, what I'm saying is we figured out that you hate people, is I think what it comes down to. You're an introvert that hates everybody and just wants to work on your own book.
Well, I did move out of New York and into Kentucky, where nobody knows me.
Well, again. No, but you have to build up that nest egg so that you can work on your book.
Yeah. I mean, like there's a reason why, like, I crowdfunded way too long ago. I did and do everything wrong. But it was right at one point. Like when I crowdfunded retro, somebody offered me a book deal, meaning they wanted me to write 9 books for them.
Oh, okay.
In a Harry Potter sort of way.
Right.
For their character and creation. And I mean, it wasn't like a Marvel contract, but I did sign a contract with them.
Right.
Although that was meaningless in the end. But I was supposed to be getting like 15,000 advance on every novel, and it was supposed to be like, like 9 novels in, maybe 6 years or something like that.
Right.
So I thought, like, when I crowdfunded, that I didn't have to worry about money from the crowdfunder because this book deal was going to cover everything. And yeah, so that surprise didn't happen.
Right.
The kid, his wife passed away. Many things happened. And so, like, I've been tripping over myself trying to get to a place where my head's above water. And my ex passed away 3 years ago.
No, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thanks. That was another, like, major life event.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Dude, I couldn't imagine if my fiance died. I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, so it's like it's taken me this long just to, like, be myself again.
Right. Well, we're glad that you're back.
Yeah. I've been posting more in the last, whatever it's been, 6 months, doing more art, working more, and slowly making some progress.
Wait, your significant other passed away 3 years ago, right?
Well, so I mean, her and me, we were a couple and technically engaged for 5 years.
Okay, well,
broke up, and it was a little awkward period.
Right.
Then became best friends.
Sure.
So when she passed, technically she was my ex.
Right, but my thing is, where I was going with that is, I mean, we were friends then, and you weren't. I don't remember you being very public about that.
Oh, I made a post about it. This is August 22.
Did I know that already?
She passed.
Surely I knew that. If you posted about something like that, I would have said something.
And I posted about it on Instagram not too long ago. Because
I could totally see not seeing, because I don't really.
Okay, well,
No, I'm just trying to remember if I knew that, because I can't imagine a world where you would have posted that and I would have seen it and not said something to you. Like
I mean, we know how socials work. You don't see everything.
Right.
Like,
and maybe that's what it was.
Big post that gets a lot of attention, you could still miss it.
I feel bad because, like, I feel like if I didn't know that, then I should have. So my apologies, because that's kind of shitty of a friend to not say something of support,
Well, it's points to getting to you, but
well, of course, yeah, I would expect it to be.
No, man, like,
because again, you hate people.
Yeah, God damn, there's people everywhere.
And the idiots are multiplying.
No, man, I don't hate people. I just got so into doing this stuff that it doesn't involve other people.
Oh, now the story changed. Now you don't hate people, right? Sure. I bet you'll love them when it's time to sell the book.
I've been a loner all my life. I'm just not used to all these people.
Well, I no, I get it. I get it. I see where you're coming from. Is that rock star life?
But yeah, so her name was Lisa. She, when she was alive, she had a lot of medical things going on that finally caught up with her.
That sucks.
In the 10, it was almost like 10 exact years that I knew her. We had maybe 50 cats between us. Like,
okay, that's a bit excessive. I'm gonna tell you.
Is it too much?
A bit, and by a bit I mean like 49's normal.
Oh, okay.
You just went one over.
Well, we got into the habit. It was one stray that led to another. That
Yeah. This guy's so cute. How can we turn him away?
Yeah, unfortunately I started the bad habit for us.
I just don't understand how you can be such a good guy and hate people so vehemently.
I don't. But we found so many of them homes. We fostered a batch of them.
That's cool.
A lot of them, unfortunately, had medical stuff that we couldn't afford, and we had to put them down.
Yeah, I'm dealing with that right now. So,
but we also,
feel you there.
like gave some to other rescues and whatnot.
Right.
And then the cats that like we had, like I had a batch of cats and she had a batch of cats. We switched them around, like, because some cats work better with other cats, and we like for years this went on. So, like I said, we were a couple and living together for 5 years, but after that, yeah, we were switching around cats until like where I am now. Well, technically, we're different locations, but the same sort of landlord.
Right.
They came down on the rule that we're supposed to have one cat. So I'm down to one cat now with Rocket, but yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy there for many years. That has nothing to do with anything. Like if she would have continued living, we would probably have wound up being a couple again.
Right.
Is essentially like how things would have went down. But,
right. Gotcha.
The worst part is I've tried dating since then, and it's been so many horror stories.
It's because you hate people. Well, now that that was
open their mouth. No.
Yeah, that was the joyous part of the show. Now that we've done the fun part of the show, not to bring it down or anything.
Now that everybody's caught up.
Now that you all feel better about yourselves. No, I hate to hear that happen. Like I said, if something happened to my fiance, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. She's the reason that I work myself into the ground, because she's expensive. I'm gonna be in so much trouble for that.
You're just ruining it for everybody.
Oh, I'm gonna get a phone call.
Oh boy.
No, she's fine. It's just I wouldn't know. I could see losing motivation very easily.
Yeah, I mean it was tough. I mean right after I didn't work for 2 months. I mean that sort of kind of extended for 6 months because I wound up going to Florida, spend time with my brothers for 3 months.
And who are your brothers again? Is it anybody maybe people watching would know?
Victor, there's Tony.
That's
all I know.
Oh, okay. So no, nobody, nothing, not anybody would know.
There is a Jimmy Pomeroy, but I swear I never heard of him.
I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, Jimmy's my brother.
Did you get him into comics, or did he get you into comics? Which one's older?
I mean, we being my brother, we kind of grew up together, and we were into a lot of the same things. We were into comics. We were into comic strips and newspapers. We were into TV shows. We were into movies.
Are you older than him, or is he older than you?
No, I'm the youngest of
Okay.
four. So he's the next one up, and he's a year and a half different than me.
So then y'all would have grown up very closely together. I mean, he was closest in age, and that makes sense.
My other brothers were like, it's like I love my family and I love my brothers, but I barely knew them because I barely spent time with them. I spent most of my time with Jimmy.
Right.
Because they were, like when consciousness came to me, they were leaving the house already.
Right. Gotcha.
It's like,
well, no,
barely had time to get to know them.
I'm an only child, and so I'm always fascinated by that. And it's cool to me that you both got into comics and made it to a professional level.
Yeah.
Because I don't think people understand. It's very easy nowadays to, create your own book, publish your own thing. Like that's normal, very easy to do now. But even now, to make it to the place where an editor will pay you money to do the job, there is a drastic difference.
Yeah.
And so the fact that you both made it to that level is impressive.
Well, because he's slightly older than me, we both wound up going. I mean, we both went to the same high school, which is High School of Art and Design in Manhattan, New York.
Okay.
He was 2 years ahead of me. I forget how it worked out. He was ahead of me. Like my first year there was his last year. I don't know. However that worked out.
Yeah.
But because he was only there 3 years. Because he went to a different high school in Brooklyn for his first year.
Right.
So anyway, so like went to the same high school, so art school. Even though I consider myself self-taught,
right?
Because it's not like art schools today.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I mean, it's a lot of comic book people came from High School of Art and Design.
Sure. Okay.
Anyway, so he started working around comics earlier than me.
Right.
Because I read an interview that he did where he was telling people like, he started in comics in 1991, and that's kind of BS. Because that's when I started technically working in comics. And he was already, been doing it, I swear, for at least 5 years.
Do you want to call him right now and get him on the phone and tell him he's a fucking liar?
Excuse me.
Is that what you're getting to?
Sorry. But he was working like, doing backgrounds and working with other inkers or whatever.
That's right. People. He started as an inker.
Yeah.
So you both got into a professional level as inkers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. I totally forgot. He was Joe Quesada's inker forever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's
okay.
at the time he was doing that and that alone,
Right.
he worked for literally every company, worked on literally every character.
Yeah, he was a big
You
time
know,
inker.
yeah, like I consider myself slow, and he is the other opposite. Like at his top speed, he was inking like 7 pages a day.
That's insane.
So he worked on everything, you know, probably mostly Marvel, but you know, now he's, I would say he's strictly writing,
Mm-hmm.
but he did do some inking job recently over somebody, I forget. But he's also coloring now
Mm.
for
I knew he.
for himself, but also he's colored covers like I guess Amanda.
I was gonna say, doesn't he do Amanda's colors now?
Yeah, like on her covers, but I don't think he like she colors now too.
Dude, she's so
So
good.
yeah,
Oh man, she is so good. Everything she does
she was
is
always
so
great.
good.
I mean, you know, I knew her in like when she was working on Gargoyles for Disney.
Didn't she come out of the Kubert school?
Yeah, she went to
Okay.
Cuba School. She's one of their success stories.
Yeah, one of, and that's about, they got what, 5, maybe 6.
A lot of good people came out of there that are working in comics and whatnot. I didn't keep a list, but I know her.
Well, I know
So
her, Jan
yeah,
Josima. So there's 2.
well,
The
there's
Kuberts, I
the
mean,
kids,
obviously.
and the kids of kids.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, obviously, the Kubert kids.
Well, there's
Yeah, okay.
Andy and
I stand
Adam,
corrected.
but I think Adam has a daughter who's in comics now.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Um,
Well, my joke stands corrected then. Never mind.
but above and beyond just family, like they're a successful Kubert.
No,
I hear like almost every month at least somebody says I went to Kubert school, blah blah
no,
blah.
okay, you've proven that my joke was not funny because it's factually incorrect. I get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. No,
um,
Amanda's amazing.
but
And
yeah,
that Vigilante book that they made back in the early 2000s, her and Jimmy made together.
I
Oh
vaguely
god,
remember. I
it was
mean,
about like the hooker that gets superpowers.
oh, you're talking about the Pro.
Yeah, the Pro.
I
That
thought
book
you were
is
talking about DC's
hilarious.
character, the Vigilante.
Yeah, that book is so, there's so much nuance to that book and like little inside jokes that they put in and into the
Well,
art. It's
that was
brilliant.
like, well, that's Garth Ennis who also wrote The Boys, and it's sort of a warm up to The Boys.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
Um,
It's
there was
funny though.
they made a if you search it on YouTube, there's an animated version of
What?
that.
Is there
You know,
really?
yeah,
No, I haven't. Oh man, I'm gonna watch that as
it's
soon as
not
we're done.
it's short, but it's kind of like
I don't care.
yeah, it's kind of like a couple of scenes. I don't know from the comic itself, kind of animated.
That book is hilarious.
I think they were attempting to make it into a cartoon. I don't know at one time, or somebody just did it. I forget.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, you know, like
See, I just this all this conversation does is make me want to do Thanksgiving at your house with your family.
yeah, well, there is no central house for yeah, not like there used to be, like when my parents were still around, you know.
Right. Yeah, I'll just
Um,
hang out with you and Jimmy and Amanda, and then I can
yeah,
talk comic books all day.
I'll have to go to Florida and you can meet up.
I was talking to Jimmy today, as a matter of fact. I'm
since
trying to
you linked him
convince him.
When you shared it out.
Well, no, I did that just for the show because it's funny, and I do get asked that question. But he put up something about writing the obituaries for the Punisher book that him and Dan are doing.
Yeah, I saw that.
And like there was like 13 comments on it, and nobody said the obvious comment, so I did, which was I want to be an obituary. And I thought that I was just going to get a flat no, and then Jimmy answered back and was like, I'm going to check into it. Like, there might be a legal issue with Marvel, but if there's not, like, I'm going to look into it. Like, yes.
Well, they used to do that up at Marvel all the time, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, what issue? The only issue would be a likeness issue, which I'll sign off as long as I'll sign off for Marvel to use my likeness for that book and that particular thing.
oh yeah.
Not anything beyond that.
So is that him and Dan's Punisher book, or is that his Punisher? Isn't he doing a Punisher Daredevil one shot?
I think it's him and Dan's book.
Yeah.
Because my buddy Jason, who I've mentioned a couple times, Jason's a huge Punisher fan. So I get all the lowdown on what's going on in the Punisher books. and I remember him, I think it was that book, him mentioning that like they do an obituary at the end of all the people that got killed in the issue. It's something like that. And then when I saw him post that, I was like, oh man, I want to be a obituary in a Punisher book.
Yeah. You know, my first inking work was like for Marvel, I've mostly done piecework.
Right.
So the first couple of things, I think the very first thing was Marvel Comics Presents. I inked a couple of pages of a Iron Fist story.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Which was awesome. I love Iron Fist.
Right.
But the next two things were a couple of pages of a Punisher annual and maybe the Punisher regular series. I forget.
Okay.
But that's the only work I ever did on Punisher, unfortunately. Punisher's a great character. He's a better character as a secondary character.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
completely. Only time I loved him in a series was when John Romita Jr. was doing Punisher War Journal.
Right. I don't
because that book was insane at that point. You know, that was a lot of fun.
That book was nuts. I don't know that I have ever read a complete Punisher story. I guess I would have had to because I went back and read when Jim Lee did it, but I was more looking at Jim Lee's work.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just don't tell Jason. Nobody tell Jason, but I don't really love the Punisher.
Oh, well, Jason's watching right now. I told him.
Oh no, no, he's not. No, he's not. Jason doesn't pay attention to what I'm doing, especially when it's press for his book.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't care.
He only wants you to turn in pages.
Yeah, get the pages in. Stop running your mouth.
Yes.
Funny boy.
Why are you talking to people again?
Yeah. Get back in the dungeon. Who let you out?
But like when I was officially working at Marvel, you know, on a regular basis, like was after my Aquaman run.
Right. That's your big one, right? Like that's the thing you're known most for, right?
It's the biggest run I've ever had in my career.
Yeah, but that was a big run. I mean, that was a big deal.
It wasn't consecutive issues, but I worked on like 24 issues.
Right.
Yeah. They put together, 2 omnibuses of Aquaman a couple of years ago before Peter David passed away.
Right.
And it was Peter David's Aquaman issues.
Okay.
So
Which
one
is
of
great.
them, the
Great
one
company to be in.
that had my work in it, was the Tide and whatever miniseries that Peter David wrote.
Right.
And then the regular series from issue 1 to 49.
Okay, let me ask you this. Did you get
that's
comps of the omnibus?
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
Oh, sweet.
I have one left if anybody ever wants to buy one. But
Yeah,
it's
for
like
sale.
100. Well, it's listed 150, 180. I don't know. It's expensive.
And if you act now, Peter will sign it, and you can buy it for the low price of $300.
I won't charge 150 for my signature.
Shut up! I'm trying to make you more money.
Unless you want to buy it, then I won't give it. No, but
you
that
like I buy comic books. That's not true. I totally buy comic books.
Run in it, which is pretty neat.
That is cool though. And you were on the Peter David run, like what great company.
Yeah. So then I wound up at Marvel, and that was a lot of miscellaneous work. This was the 90s, the mid 90s, when they were turning out, I don't know, 30 books a month.
Did you get in before the speculator bubble burst?
It was all part of that. It was like,
but like, you remember, were you getting like the insane royalty checks? And
no. Did I get royalty checks? Yes. But
sure.
Were they insane? No. This was like after, I would say.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think when I was on Aquaman, I mean, because Aquaman was like in the top 100 books at the time.
Right.
And I think that's when things were like, because before I worked on Aquaman, I was working at Valiant, and they were like competing with Image.
Yeah.
So by the time I was working at DC, things were still going well, but they were on a downslide, I guess.
Right.
And when I worked at Marvel, they were trying to, drown the competition with books. So a lot of what I did is, because I worked in like the X-Men office mostly. I knew a couple of editors there, and they just gave me 2 pages of this and 3 pages of that, and blah blah blah. So I worked on like Wolverine and Cable and Gambit and Uncanny X-Men and blah blah blah, whatever. And it was all different artists and whatnot. Did some X-Men pinups with Cal Fury, I remember, like just work overnight. I remember actually working in the Marvel office at one point.
That had to be cool,
because they wanted a page inked and handed in right away.
Well, that had to be not cool.
Well, no, it was very cool. I kind of felt pressure, but the funny thing, at the time I was doing that, I look up and I see Spider-Man leading a whole group of people around, because Spider-Man was giving a tour of Marvel offices.
Okay. I can dig it.
That's what happened.
Makes sense to me.
But it's like the biggest thing I did at Marvel was it was a you remember ForceWorks?
Vaguely.
It was the Avengers spin-off group.
Okay.
Iron Man was in it, but also unknown characters. I think Hawkeye was in it. I forget, but there was a character called Sentry.
Right.
Not S, with a C. Sentry.
Okay.
And me and Kev Fury did a one-shot, a 48-page one-shot. Unfortunately, it came out around the same time the book was canceled.
Oh,
So
man.
not enough people cared.
Right.
Although I had some people come up to me with copies and want my signature on it.
That's cool.
But other than that, and other than I inked 2 half issues of Iron Man, which essentially is like my favorite character at Marvel.
Right.
And unfortunately about that was the worst Iron Man story ever. Because that was when, like, in the 90s, a lot of Marvel characters went south.
Yeah.
Yes,
they did.
So what was happening in Iron Man, I think I'm just going to doodle because I can't focus in ink at the moment. But yeah, what happened was that they totally destroyed a lot of their characters story-wise.
Right.
And
yeah, I remember that.
Like,
unfortunately,
it was past the point of Tony Stark being an alcoholic. He was just turning insane.
Right.
So somebody, I guess the Avengers, I forget, went into the past to get young Tony Stark to come into the present to kill current Tony Stark or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was the worst possible storyline. I hate it.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
I got to ink a double-page spread in the Armory, so at least 30 different
cool.
armors.
So that's neat.
That was cool.
That definitely makes up for it.
I specifically remember inking that 2-page spread at 3:00 in the morning. Because I was listening to the radio, and Iron Man came on. So that's when I realized I made it.
yeah, that's the only thought you can have at that point is I've arrived.
Anyway, are we here to talk about me? No. And we've already spent an hour doing it.
Well, it's your show, man.
What is Mercer? Why should people go check out your Kickstarter?
So,
is it a mini series?
It will be a 5-issue series.
Okay.
At first, the rollout's going to be 5 issues. And then we're going to collect as a trade, and then we'll see what kind of interest is there after that. I know that Jason already has kind of the rough outline of the next storyline after this, and I'm thinking he wants to keep going with it. Now, does that mean that I'll be on drawing it? Probably not, because I've got Starlancer to do and a bunch of other stuff. But it's possible. Just depends on, what the fans want. Right, exactly. It depends on absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Mercer is the story of a cop in New York who is battling issues with the interior of the police department, like racist cops. He's real down the line, black and white, you follow the law kind of guy.
Is this modern times?
Is it what?
Is it take place in today?
Yeah,
Or is it?
yeah. It's set in current timeline.
Okay.
He's given a new partner, a younger partner that's she's kind of leery about everything. Like, she doesn't really buy that everybody's as bad as they say, and as he says, and it's trying to show him that there's a little gray area to the world. And as he goes out on his first assignment with this new young partner, they discover that there is a serial killer on the loose in New York, and the serial killer is playing with some satanic dark forces. And so he's thrown into the situation of having to battle demons and the like.
Okay. I was going to ask if it was like Hill Street Blues, but I guess it's more like Constantine.
It's like Constantine and Punisher, like if they met. That's the best way to kind of put it. It's Constantine and Punisher meet and are cops.
Cool.
So, but it's cool the way that he went at it, because it's not this straightforward paranormal thing. He kind of found a cool way that I'm not gonna spoil it, but the way he gets into this is really neat and different, because it's not just like, oh, there's a demon, oh, well, like that guy's turned into a devil, weird. It's he really grounds it and finds a way in that's definitely original.
All right.
So yeah, the pitch originally, when he brought it to me when we were designing the whole thing. His pitch was Constantine and Mercer if they were police officers. Like, that was his original kind of breakdown.
Cool.
And then, so, which is an interesting way to come at it, because what if Frank Castle has a boss, and has an ethical police department he has to follow? And
Yeah.
because Punisher and Constantine both, at least the issues I've read, and mind you, I'm not like an expert on either, but they both are kind of wild cards and can just kind of do whatever, right?
Yeah.
So constraining them makes the story really interesting, which I didn't expect at first, but it does.
All right. It's been forever since I attempted something like this.
Uh-oh.
And I could only do it once. No.
Are you going for the Batwing live on camera? Okay. What are we attempting?
It's let's see. No. Jesus, this has been forever. I want to go over to the Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
How do I do that? Is it this?
And for anybody watching now or later, if you want to go to the Kickstarter, it's very simple. You just go and search Mercer, or you can, any of my socials will have the link. Jason Seibel will have the link. Like, it's not hard to find, and we do need your help. This one is starting off a little slow, but we're going to get it going. And the book's basically done. I think I've got 90% of the book finished. and the original penciler. All of his pages are done. 90% of the book is penciled, and I've just got to ink, kind of what I've got left. So the book will be completely wrapped up here in the next 2 weeks or so. So,
All right. So, do you see it?
I see it.
Oh, okay. So this is Mercer, the
It,
Monster
in
Under the
fact, is.
Bed, Chapter 3.
It is indeed, sir. It is indeed.
So you got 26 days left. You got 8 backers. You're up to 419, going over 2,500. Okay. So let's slide down. It's the story. People could read it. I'm going to share most of the art here. So I really like the art in this, the colors.
Yeah, that's the original penciler.
Yeah, I
That's
figured.
that's his pages, which are great. He's a great artist. Just we had an expectation of a little tighter of a deadline than he could do with all his other work, and so everything was very amicable. And wish him the best of the luck. Hope everything he does takes off. But um, Jason and I have Starlancer coming behind this, which is our big space opera. So we wanted to make sure we got this done and it got the focus it deserves on a timeline that people that are fans of it can actually, people shouldn't wait a year to get an issue.
Yeah.
And they're not going to, and nor should they.
So these are the covers. I know you did the top right one,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. After Mike Zeck. Again, Jason, big Punisher fan. And so he called me up and was like, "Hey, I got an idea for issue 3." Um, he had just bought the issue, because he collects. And I think he had just bought the Punisher issue with the Mike Zeck cover.
Yeah.
And he sent me a picture of it and was like, "I want this, but as Mercer." And I was like, "Done." We can make that happen easily.
Yeah.
So
Come in
yeah.
here, bum. It's my cat again. Sorry. Go eat. Anyway. So cool. And that's Jason on the right.
Yes.
He's created 4 projects. So what else besides Mercer has he done on
I
Kickstarter?
know he's done, I think they're all Mercer. Originally
Yeah.
he and I did one when we first created it, but the book wasn't called Mercer, it was called something else.
Gotcha.
And then a lot of personal stuff happened, and it just wasn't a good time.
Yeah.
And so we let that lapse, and then he came back and he successfully funded, issue 1 and 2, and we're gonna successfully fund issue 3.
Cool,
So
cool. Yeah.
he's got a good track record.
Yeah.
He works so hard, man. Like, Jason works so hard on this book. It's really
Yeah.
a labor of love.
Oh, he's got a whole crew of people. Let's go down. We'll get to the rewards and add-ons. There's a bunch. So here's the people involved. We got Jason, owner and publisher. So that's what
Yeah,
it's called, Alamo City Comics.
yes.
Um,
Yes.
on the little covers, all I saw was comics. I was like,
Right,
is
right.
the comics company called comics?
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's Jason's company, Alamo City Comics, which
Yeah,
you can go to, I think it's alamocity.com or alamocitycomics.com, and you can
right.
buy all the back issues. You can pitch to it. Like, there's a lot of stuff over there you can do.
Yeah. Then there's some guy. David
Man, look
VanDyke,
at
I
that
never
good
heard of
looking dude. Good God,
him.
man.
And then the other artist did a fantastic job. And then,
Yeah,
like you said,
Raphael, again, great artist,
yeah,
phenomenal artist.
yeah,
Can't
solid.
say enough.
Yep. And then the colorist.
Yeah, Rufai Jimo or Jimo. I hate that I'm mispronouncing his name. He's such a good dude.
Yeah, when you have names like that, you have them spell it out phonetically, and
Right, yeah. And they all live in, different countries too. Raphael was in Bulgaria or Albania or somewhere like that. It was, he was somewhere in Europe. I'm not sure where Rufai is, but again, I don't think he lives in America. I'm almost positive he doesn't.
right.
But
He's good.
he's he's good, and he's one of the easiest colorists I've ever worked with. Like, as
I've
far as,
had bad experience with colorists, so
oh, I have too. I
you
have
you
too.
say-
Absolutely.
you saying
Um,
that is, yeah, makes all the difference.
he's one of the easiest color, like getting changes and adjustments and things. Dude, no, he's so easy because he's down to just kind of learn. He understands that, like, you're the penciler, it's your artwork. I'm just trying to, like, make you look better. We're all trying to make a good book. And it's no static at all. We just, hey man, could you fix this in panel 2? Sure, no problem. Do you want me to fix it this way or this way? Like, so easy, and he's so
Right.
good. Like, I can't say enough good things about him. I'm loving working with him. I really am.
Well, I worked with a foreign colorist, and language was a barrier.
That was talking to Jason. That was an issue with him and Raph on issues 1 and 2 because Raph didn't speak English at all.
Right.
And so he's getting scripts from Jason in English that are then
Right.
having to be translated for him to then work off of.
Yeah.
So it was a bit of an issue, that they worked through it, but still, it's
Yeah.
comics are hard enough as is. When you start adding in extra factors like that,
True. But he's solid colorist from what I've seen,
yeah, oh
so
yeah, yeah.
then there's the logo designer, Sadie Custer, who also did a variant.
Yeah, is she the? I don't know. Is she the? She's a variant on this one, I believe.
Well,
Check
it
that and
said
make sure. Yeah. She's
it
the,
said cover C. Is that
yeah,
cover 3?
for issue 3. Yeah, that's hers down in the bottom left, right there. That one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it,
that's
Sadie.
hers.
Okay.
Cool story about her. Um, so when Raph had to step off of issue 3, and I was taking over as penciler. Jason wants to make sure that everybody gets their money's worth, so he's going to do 3 covers for each issue. And he's done it for issue 1 and 2 and now 3, right?
Right.
So he wanted to make sure that he was doing an A, B, and C cover at the minimum. Well, he met her, if my memory serves correct, he met her at a Comic-Con that was like a local thing he lives in Austin, I believe,
Okay.
Texas. So
I don't know why, but I thought he might be over
yeah, yeah. So they had like some small Comic-Con, like for creator owned books or something down at some small thing. And he
there. Nice.
met her there and
Yeah.
kind of dug her work. She showed him some stuff on Instagram, and he hit her up because now we needed a C variant. and he hit her up offering a cover, and she was so like blown away because you know, you meet people at a con and you never hear anything again.
Oh
Like
yeah.
everybody says they have a project for you, but you know, and
How many times? Yeah.
right. And dude, she turned that thing around in like 2 days.
Nice.
She was all over it. I mean, it's her first comic book cover. I don't, I, it's one of her first published pieces, I think,
Yeah.
but I know for a fact it's her first comic book cover.
That's cool.
So, you know,
Yeah.
Jason is trying to, he wants to bring people that are passionate about comics and new along and give them a platform that they may not get otherwise.
So if she did the logo, that means she's been around a little while.
Yeah, he
Because the
knew her.
logo's always been the same.
Right.
Okay.
But there was up until this whole switch around with issue 3 happened.
Yeah.
You know, she did the cover or the logo, and he, you know, she's a designer that does that. And but then he was forced to have to go back and try to find somebody to do the C cover, and he had just ran into her again and was like, "Oh, let me see if
Yeah.
she's down."
Cool. All right, let's go sort of awards. So junior detective. Yeah, let's see if we could match up. Let's see. Go back here. Okay. Single issue rewards. The junior detective. Backers to this tier will receive a digital copy of Mercer 3 only. There is no physical media in this tier. So for $7, you get a PDF.
Yeah.
So then CSI technician, $10. Backers of this tier receive a digital copy of Mercer 3 and the physical A cover. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait.
No, that's right.
Is there one that says CSI? Like,
Yeah, I don't. Again, Jason. This is
oh,
Jason's
here's
world, man. I just
okay,
draw stuff.
multi-issue bundles. Oh, okay, so we'll have to. Okay,
I'm
so
too
yeah,
stupid to do all
this
that
is
kind of stuff.
CSI technician. Yeah.
I barely know how to read.
Yeah. Well,
Why do you think I
now's your chance to
communicate in
learn.
pictures?
Detective level 1, 2, 3. Okay, so package received digital copy and visual A, digital copy, and visual B. Yeah, so this is A, B, C if you want the individual issues.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the prices. And then for multi-issue bundles, if you want to play catch up.
Which,
Yeah,
why
so
wouldn't you? You definitely need to. You need to go back and catch up if you haven't.
Yeah.
This is the issue where things really start kicking into gear.
So what are we talking? This is how big of a book?
24 pages.
24 pages? Is there like a lot of extras or
No,
none?
no, not really. It's pretty. Our printing costs have been insane since tariffs and
Yeah.
everything. So it's
Yeah.
really hard to keep the book kind of limited to where you can afford to print the thing and get 24 pages of story in, because that was something Jason was very adamant about in the beginning, is he wanted to
Right.
give people 24 pages.
Right.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
got issue 1 here. There's my cover for issue 1. That's the B cover. And we'll hit some.
The B cover is
This is the B cover from issue 1. So that
this.
red one in the middle.
Do you see my arrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so that's the B cover.
So
For
that's
issue
the B
3.
cover for issue 3.
Yeah.
This is issue 1. This is the B cover, which is above that.
Yeah.
You know, let's see if we can.
B cover is the middle one here.
Yeah. So, you know, this is kind of. There's your middle splash for issue 1.
Are you showing stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, because right now they can only see the big.
Well, I'm showing it to you, but you're
I
not
don't.
looking.
I see the Kickstarter page, and that's all I see at the moment.
Well, this is ridiculous.
I was like, why are you trying to show stuff?
Well, because I can see it on my camera.
Well, as I'm sharing, I can only see this at the moment.
This is nonsense.
Take it up with management.
I'm calling HR.
Rocket right up an email right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, you get the idea. So here's the multi-issue bundles for you to pick up more than just the current issue for
Which you really should. Like, it's a good. Jason wrote this really as a complete story. I'm not going to say he wrote for the trade because he didn't. Like, he did a good job of breaking stuff up into issues, but it does read as a complete thing, you know, that you would want to catch up on and get the full backstory and all that.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear, like as you go through the tiers on the right hand side, that you know it shows the little covers there and whatnot. So
Right.
spells it out in each tier.
Yeah.
Like the cost and what you're getting and all that. So besides the book, I believe all the tiers are just that. All the tiers are just books.
Yes. I think there's I think there's gonna be some extras, but it's gonna be kind of giveaway stuff that's not Kickstarter connected. I believe. I'm not.
There are stretch goals.
Okay, and that might be what I'm thinking about.
2750, 3000, blah blah blah. So passing the goal of the crowdfunder. Let's see. We currently have 6 stretch goals that will be revealed as okay. So we don't know what those are yet. That's the team stretch goals. I thought it's okay. So add-ons. In addition to awesome tiers, you can add copies. Signature. You can add a signature. And
Here, I'll break one right now. How about this?
Break one.
So the first person that sends me a message, be it X, Facebook, Instagram, even though I don't really check Instagram, but Facebook or X, I'm all over social media. I'm not hard to find. The first person that sends me a message that says, I was listening to you and Peter, I will send you a free head sketch of Mercer. How about that?
There you go.
How about that?
So if you're watching this live or you're watching this later, like more people do than not.
Right. But it doesn't matter. The first person to send me a message saying, I was listening, I want that sketch, it is yours.
But you only have 26 days to let David know.
Yeah, because after that, I'm going to give up on this whole thing and go back to living off woods, off grid, and doing underwater basket weaving.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing. and come back here. All right, yeah, that whole time I couldn't see you at all.
That's fine. Here, now that you can see, I guess I'll show you again. But yeah, this is the center spread of the first issue. So
awesome.
Little shenanigans going on there. Or
Looking
as
good.
I like to call it, Friday night.
That's more than just a regular cop right there.
Well, that's the not nice guy.
Doc and Morris says, "I love underwater basket weaving. It's the best."
Don't we all? How can you not? That's what I'm going back to. I'm ditching this comic shenanigan.
Well, I hope you are highly successful with Mercer.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You know, you definitely are welcome to come back and promote it before the end again, especially if you want to get Jason in here.
Oh yeah, dude, we could definitely do that. Jason would be all for it.
You know, so we could make fun of him in person, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I do it all the time, but you don't get to, so it's not really fair. I think we have to do that. Jason's great, man. Jason's awesome. He's a comic book kind of guy. Like, he's everything that's good about the comic book industry with none of the bad.
Nice.
Just straight up, like, really just a good dude who he's a big comic book fan and, you know, just wants to enjoy comics and wants more people to read comics. And, you know, he just wants to tell his stories like everybody else.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, I would love to come back on, and we'll definitely get him on here next time.
Yeah. You know, like I said, the link is in the chat, but if people watching afterwards, you can definitely go down in the description box and the link is there. I'm gonna add it to. I got a bunch of crowdfunder links usually down below, so I'll add it to those.
Awesome.
For as long as this campaign is live, so people can always find it.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it.
In this and future streams.
Yes. And again, first person to send me a message, doesn't matter what platform. First person to say, I was listening, I want the sketch. I'll give you a free 11 by 17 head sketch of Mercer.
That's right. And don't message his father, Dick. I know some people get confused, but
yeah, don't do that. But yeah, man, I will definitely, we'll get Jason on, and we'll come back on before the end of the campaign and do this again as a big group.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I appreciate you having me on tonight.
Yeah, this was fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We will have to do it again soon.
Yep, most definitely. Yeah, so I'm a little out of practice, as you might tell. Streaming long form, but
right.
I was really in the habit of working and streaming, and I've gotten a little bit out of the habit, but I'll get back into it. But yeah, this has been fun. Please go check out Mercer. It's on Kickstarter. It's live for the next 26 days. If you don't want to directly support it with your hard-earned cash, you can at least share it on your socials with all your friends. Getting the word out is
that helps just as much.
Yeah. You know, if everybody did that once, then millions of people will see this campaign.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, cool, man. Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to go jump into my work since I've been busy all day and haven't done my page yet.
All right, excellent. All right,
Thanks
thank
again,
you.
man.
Thanks, Sandy, for coming around. Thanks to Sideburns who came around earlier and all the other people that didn't say anything. Like this video, share it with your friends. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't.
Hit the bell.
Hit the
So you get the
bell.
notification.
I've yet to get a notification on YouTube, but hit the bell just
Me either, but it does.
anyway.
Yeah, but it helps with the algorithm.
That's what people say.
Yeah, allegedly.
Sandy said, "Talk to you later, big one. I'm going to see you streaming again." Thanks, Sandy. Yes,
that was sweet.
Great to see you, and perhaps we can do a future stream together as well. Yeah, everybody be well. Enjoy your evening. Keep making comics. Keep making art.